You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, and I'm coming at you with a early live stream, the moment. Now, you asking, what is this about? There's a moment in time you realize there's more than you could even imagine, and it starts coming to you at an appointed situation, at an appointed time. The moment you realize it's your time. You see, what's happening is that people are looking for the moment. When is the moment going to come? The moment has always been with you. The thing is, have you gotten rid of those sins? Have you got rid of those situations in your life to meet the moment of your life? It's right in front of you. A lot of you are not willing to let certain things go to be in the moment. You see, I'm in the moment of greatness, of winning. You can too. If you remove from those sins, if you remove from those projectory situations, you could be wherever you want to be. No matter where you are in this world, there's a moment for you. The problem with men, because I'm talking to the men, I can't speak for the ladies in this retrospect because the ladies in particular are going to be in survival mode. It's just what it is. I've been knowing that since I was a young man, that the ladies are going to be in survival mode. So they're going to have their moment. In a main moment, no lady can lie. The main moment for a lady is survival. From the time that she knows her mother, not what her mother says, she knows her mother. If she's going to take her mother's ways and not get in the moment of having someone successful, or she's going to have her mother's ways of getting with guy after guy after guy because she saw what her mother had been dealing with guy after guy after guy. So she thinks it's okay when she gets of age. You see, to you men, there was a moment time in your life that you was around certain men and you thought partying and having different ladies makes you a man. That doesn't make you a man. That just make you a man child. There's more men that are in a moment of having different women and don't have nothing to show for it. Don't have nothing to show for it. So that doesn't make you a man because you have a lot of women. I'm gonna tell you what really makes you a man. That you have that relationship with God and that you're not sorry for your winning. Let me tell you something. No man should be sorry for winning. No man should say, I'm not great. And see, a lot of you, you wait for other people to validate you. I don't. The Most High makes it known to my enemies, to those who project their lives on me. He make them know he's in the moment. You can't take that from him. He's winning. He's going places. He's not waiting on nobody. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a man. And see, when you get around important people that the Most High put in your life, they will tell you they love their wife, they love their kids. As long as they taken care of, they're on a mission. And see, a lot of men don't get that part. it gets to a point that a lot of men worry about what women think about them, worry about what society think about them, and that's why they stay at the bottom of the barrel. You can't blame the woman, you can't blame society. You have to look at yourself and say, I gotta do what I gotta do in the moment. Ladies, you want to keep a man around? Let me teach you ladies something. You want to keep a man around? Let that man make moves. A lot of you ladies, you know why you're not in a relationship with a man? You may get a man to have SES with you. You may have a man give you money here and there. Yet he don't want to deal with you. You know why? Because you're not making him do what he's supposed to do. You want him in your face 24/7. Guys, having your woman around 24/7 doesn't make you a man. Making her see that you're not playing and that you have business to take care of and she's not insecure makes her a grown woman. There's a lot of grown women that's very insecure. I come across it all the time. Y'all have no clue of who I am, of the moment that I'm in currently. The regular stuff, I don't deal with regular stuff no more. When women come and approach me in the moment, they look at every minute, every second as this is my opportunity because this guy, he's here one day and he's somewhere else the next day. That's how they look at me now. That's how the ladies view me in their eyes. I see this man, this is my chance because I don't know if I'm going to see him a month later, a year later. I don't know. There's not too many men like me that thinks like me. I'm very unique. I'm not with the crowd. I'm not with the regular stuff. That's boring to me. Hanging out, not making money, that's boring to me. If we hanging out and making money, that's fun to me. It was a time when I was coming up where men would talk about making money, making moves, then having a family down the road. The roles reversed. Guys went backwards. They think by having a baby by a woman, that's going to keep a woman. No, not especially nowadays. In 2025, you could have a child with a woman. That doesn't mean she's going to stay around. I'm going to tell you what keeps a woman to stay with you. You are not thinking about her 24/7. You may say, Rollo, you crazy. Then why women thinking about me? Because I'm not thinking about them. When a woman sees that it's not about them, it's about you taking care of them and them kids and let me do what a man's supposed to do. Because if you get in the way of what I got going with God, you're not supposed to be in my life. There's a lot of people that say they have a relationship with God. The truth is that they don't. Because if they did, they wouldn't be concerned about what the woman think or what the kids think. I'm going to tell you ladies something. Some of you don't deserve a great man like me. You don't. You really don't. The way I see it is you're going to come in and you're going to try to have me to make an ultimatum between you and God. And I'm not choosing my God over you. I'm going to make sure you're good. I'm going to make sure the kids is good. And I'm going to have a balance, making sure we do some things together, kids and stuff like that. There's going to be a time you ain't going to see me for a minute. I can't have no insecure woman. Even if she knows the Bible from back to forth, I can't have no insecure woman at this point in time in my life. And I realized that while there's potential, the women have been dealing with dudes that's been insecure. You don't know how many stories women tell me. And I sit and I'm like, man, these guys had a woman that really wanted to do a lot of things for them. Because of his insecurity, she left. It don't always be the woman, it be the guys. And I'm telling the woman, I said, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Your life won't be the same if you get with me because I got things to do. And I don't think you're used to a guy like me. You used to men that's being around you 24/7. I'm not that type of guy. And if you look at great men, they barely seen their wives and kids. Tell me if I'm lying, ladies. That's in the chat. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying, ladies. Fellas, tell me if I'm lying. You barely see your wives and kids when you got a mission to do. Why? Because God will make sure you provide for your family as long as you do the service of his due diligence. And I'm going to tell you something else. The more successful you get, the less sex you're going to have. Poor people have more sex than rich people. I'm going to say that again. Poor people have more sex than rich people. How many of you guys, be honest, when you had no money in your pocket, you had more sex with women than when you got money in your pocket? That's real talk. See, a lot of men don't want to admit that because they don't want to lose support. See, I don't want fake support. I want real support. You got people out here saying, well, why are you always focusing on the paper? Because I don't work for free. I don't work for free. That's that devil work for free. That's that devil talk. Ain't nothing free. Everything costs. And the reason why everything costs, because we play against God. So we have to pay for the price. It is what it is. Own up to it and stop fissy fussing around the situation. Christ redeemed us. That doesn't give us the obligation to sin because Christ redeemed us. If you sin, repent from your sin. Own up to it. And so I'm waiting for the answer. How many of you men, when you was broke, you was getting a lot of sex? You ain't gonna have time for sex when you're making money. Listen, that's a sacrifice that comes with this. When you start making serious money, you ain't thinking about getting it on all the time. How many times you seen dudes that ain't got no money in their pocket? They get more. Listen, guys who ain't making no money get more sex than me. Guys who are not traveling, are not making strategic moves, of course they're gonna get more sex than me. Guess what? They working for me though. I'm not working for them. They working for me. Well, Wallow, you on a 9 to 5. Yeah, I'm on a 9 to 5. Here's the difference. Just like any place I've been, I give the people the respect to let them know I got certain things going on. And let me teach you something. A company respects you when you take time off and you handle your business. The company will provide you more services. I didn't think y'all know that, right? When you take time off and you handle your business and you telling them, I appreciate you. Yeah, I got things to do. You don't get paid. You ain't worrying about not getting paid because you handling your business on the other side of things. The company respect you. No woman respects you if you're around her 24/7. A lot of you guys, you could give the woman. A lot of these dudes is getting all types of women, having all intercourse with different women. Guess what? Guess where they living at? In the hood, in the projects, driving a woman's car. You think I was happy living under a woman? No, it wasn't. That's my fault. I won't do that again. You see, I'm not like these other dudes out here claiming that they never live under a woman one time in their life. They lying. Listen, guys, the more money you're going to make, the less sex you're going to think about. And you're going to make better choices of having kids. Listen, no disrespect to any of the brothers. Some of you didn't want to have kids. It just so happened you had a child and you take care of your child. Let me tell you something. I'm not disrespecting you. Don't come at me and think I'm disrespecting you. I'm just keeping it real. That's the problem with men. They don't want to hear the truth. More people have children when they poor than when they rich. Rich men think twice of who they're going to have kids with because they want to make sure that the kids, the woman they're going to have kids with, if they gone, that their kids are taken care of. They don't want their kids to be slaves. That's the truth. That's the real truth. You see, when you poor, you ain't thinking about consequences. Ooh. When you are check to check to check to check to check, you ain't thinking about consequences. You think more carefully when you're making a lot of money who you're going to sleep with, who you're going to have kids with. So when you poor, you have more kids. Now, I know the Bible say be fruitful and multiply. Notice what the Bible say, be fruitful. What does fruitful mean? Make sure you well off before you have kids. See, that's what people don't want to talk about. See, the Bible thumpers will say, why do you think Abram waited to a certain time before he slept with his sister to have a child? Abram, and then Abram later on with Rebecca. And then we know the story with Abram had Isaac, right? And then he had Ishmael with the other lady. She's the first single mom that, in the Bible. Watch this. Why later on Abram had with his sister Isaac? Because he was well off. A lot of you started early, right? And you became eventually successful in your 40s and 50s. The people that don't have kids tend to be more successful and rich, and then they have well-off children. That's how it's supposed to be. You see, let me tell you what a woman told me, and I'm glad she told me this. She said, Rollo, I can't have kids by you because I'm still into things you're not into. And I said, what you mean by that? She said, look, you're very well mature for your age. And even though I'm a lady, I'm not a grown woman in your eyes. I'm just here to get it on with you, and that's it. And I don't think I could be a great mother. And I'm glad she told me that. She was real honest with me. This is when I was in my 20s. So I'm not disrespecting guys who have children because some of y'all turn out to be great later on. What I'm saying is poor people have more kids than people that's rich. Rich people are very careful who they have children with. And the truth of the matter is they don't sleep around like y'all think they do. Y'all be thinking that a lot of rich men sleep around with a lot of women. No, it's men with no money. Listen to what I say. Men with no money sleep with women more than men with money. And the ladies can say whatever they want. They know it's true. Ladies, don't come in here and lie. Be respectful. You're a grown woman. Tell the truth. Even if you marry, tell the truth. Tell the truth, ladies. That a lot of you talk with other women. Let's not play this catch and mouse and I don't know what it is type of conversation. We're in a moment right now, right? This is the conversation, right? You know somebody in your family, somebody you heard, allegedly, women talking about, I've been dealing with this bro dude for 20 years. We have 5, 6, 7 kids. You had a dude in Tennessee have 50 kids and he's broke. 50 kids and he's broke by 20 different women. Y'all remember that? Federal Studios, Robert the Great, Marilyn Edwards, all for P77. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that a while back? That's not being fruitful or multiply. A lot of y'all take that fruitful or multiply and don't get the ounces of it. Fruitful meaning you have a lot of success and then you multiply and have children. The devil lied to y'all. Have kids and in poverty. No, the Most High did not intend a man to have kids in poverty. That's why the Bible said that the kids will buck up against the parents in the last days, because you brought children into the world and you got them suffering out here of your sin. You was in lustful sin. You was getting it on. Yeah, I'm gonna have many kids, but you wasn't being responsible. It comes from responsibility. You have to have a certain amount of money to have children. And that's why KS was really taken out, because he was teaching that. Y'all had an issue with KS, and I was a person that had an issue with KS. KS, that was the blueprint of KS. If you really listen to him, he was too much. He was around too many sinners. That's the only downfall with KS. He was around too many sinner type of dudes, type of ladies. That was his downfall. And so what you could take from that is he knew in order to have a serious family, you have to be fruitful, making serious money, then deal with a woman accordingly, and then have children. You're not supposed to have children when you're poor. That's sin, y'all. And any of the elders could correct me if I'm wrong. Because if you look at the Bible, was Abram rich? Yes, he was. Was Isaac rich? Yes, he was. Was Jacob rich? Yes, he was. Was David rich? Yes, he was. Was Solomon rich of all? Yes, he was. What made them lose everything? The sin. That's why the Most High is very careful of who he puts in charge in certain situations, because men forget about God when they get rich. You're not supposed, listen, you notice people that get rich do evil things, blaspheme God. That's just like the poor man can't stand God because he's poor. See, we having an elite conversation. And see, a lot of people don't want to hear this because it's not about getting it on with. If I talk about getting it on with a woman, I have 5,000 people in the chat. If I talk about my sex life, I have 10,000 people in the chat. If I talk about how many women I slain, how many women I had in different places, I have 20,000 people watching, because they want to hear that nonsense. They don't want to hear order. They don't want to hear winning. They don't want to hear responsibility. That doesn't make you money. And I know that doesn't make you money. You may get a support here and there. You may get a few likes. You may get a few support. Then they get mad when you put most of your videos on members only, because you are telling the truth. And see, women that are grown, they respect what I'm saying. Women that claim they grown ain't gonna like what I'm saying, because the last thing they want is the men to be in the moment of success. Because it's about God. God brought greatness to man. The problem with men is they want to bring greatness to the devil. Ooh, men want to bring greatness to the devil. And you make children for the devil. You don't make children for God. A lot of you made children for the devil. You didn't make children for God. That's why you see what brainwaves talk about, the breakup, the makeup. Somebody say it correctly. Breakup, shake up, makeup, something in that order. Somebody put it in the chat. Forever Studio know what I'm talking about. Brainwaves talking point. That's what's going on around the world. You could be anywhere in the world. Your sin will always be there if you don't repent and own up to your responsibility. A lot of men won't ever admit it. That's in sin. They had children in sin. And they mad at those who are righteously taking care of their children and their wife, and they taking care of the message of God. They don't like those type of men. See, those type of men ain't gonna have an issue with what I'm saying. It's the ones who are in sin, who love evil, are gonna have an issue with what I'm saying. Because see, their elites don't want you to be rich. They want you to be poor just like them. Poor in spirit, poor in health. They want you to eat more. A lot of people have an issue with Trump. I'm going to tell you one thing Trump is doing good. Cutting off certain services. Let me tell you why it's great that Trump is cutting off certain services. A lot of you are overeating. A lot of you women, a lot of you men overeating. Thank you, Robert the Great. Wake up, break up, shake up, make up. Yes, that's correct. Do you know eating a lot is sin? Rich people eat one meal a day. Uh-oh. 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 Did you know that? Rich people eat one meal a day. Why? Because they afford the best food. They was disciplined. You can't be rich and undisciplined. Rich people, for the most part, are disciplined. Is I'm lying, Forever Studios? Is I'm lying, Robert the Great? Is I'm lying, Offer P777? Is I'm lying, Mrs. Marilyn Edwards? Is I'm lying, ladies, fellas? The true rich people are disciplined. What did the Bible warns us? A man that loves pleasure becometh a poor man. Why is that? Pleasure in having intercourse, pleasure in drugs and drinking and getting high, having a lot of women, that makes you poor. If you're not doing correctly, it will make you poor. I made an example. You got this guy who was poor, have 50 kids in Tennessee, probably have more. That's not being fruitful and multiply. Oh, all for P777. All for P777 is correct. Let me put it on the screen for those who don't see it. She says we have 2 hands and we should not eat more than 2 handfuls of food per meal. Ooh, you know they ain't gonna like what you're saying. You preaching that you teaching. The men preach, the ladies teach. The men's supposed to preach, the lady's supposed to teach wisdom. She's right. You get it. You get it. You get it. When you have a poor diet, you have poor habits, you would eat yourself unalive. Do you hear what I just said? When you have a poor habit, poor diet, you would eat yourself unalive. Yeah, correct. Forever Studios. Shake up, break up, make up, and wake up. Yeah, that's the right order. Robert the Great, it's all well and good. Yeah, you just had it a little bit different. It's about the same. Yep, just about the same. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way in. Uh, let me see. I don't have my other phone with me. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna do this real quick. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I'm gonna put my Cash App. Hold on. My other phone is charging right now. So give me 1 second. All right, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me loud and clear? I did it wrong. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I did it wrong, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, can you hear me now? I'm back on the phone. Can y'all hear me? Okay, the Cash App is pinned to the top. Make sure you hit the Cash App. Support the show. Support the show, y'all. For real. We spitting some game over here. Spitting some real over here. To my members only, the video has been uploaded. I got more footage for y'all, so I'm gonna do that after I get off this live stream and put the remaining touches on it. So I put the hour up. Make sure you go check it out and say something in the comment section. Appreciate y'all members. You know, recently Italian Mamba became a member. Shout out to him. Keystone, he just recently rejoined. Shout out to him. And so shout out to the members. Appreciate it, you know, for becoming a member. You know, enjoy that material because I put in a lot of work in that material. I got about, I would say 30, 40 more minutes of material for y'all. So just be patient with me. I just took my time putting that hour one up, making sure everything is in order because I got so much footage. And there's certain points of the footage you could, you know, attend to listen to. And so just know that this is serious business and I don't got time for games. So getting back to the video, a lot of you are going to have to understand and understand this. The reason why things have to be changing is because of bad people's behavior. And we can't feel sorry for people's sins. We can't feel sorry for their sins. I don't feel bad for people off of P777. We all make choices. I can't feel bad for people that their service is getting cut off. They've been on it too long. There's no excuse off of P77. See, that's the thing. Respectfully, if I were in charge, I will make you work out. Let me tell you something. You could call me a dictator all you want because I get on myself about my own weight. Unlike that entity over there in a certain state won't even give him no promo. I'm not I'm not a big guy. I'm not 300, 400 pounds like you are, dude. Dude, you barely could walk. Somebody done expose you. I already know how you look like. And you should not talk about me being big. I'm not big. That's the funny part. You let the camera fool you, bro. Zach seen me in person. Brainwave saw me in person. Selena, Life with the Jones Family will tell you, I'm not heavy set. I got a stomach. Yes, I have to work on that. At the same time, I'm not in bad shape. You're the one in bad shape. That's the problem. And the crazy part about it is, I was around the sisters of sisters. They didn't say nothing about me being heavy. You know, sisters will let you know about yourself as a man. Oh, you're a little bit on the heavy side. Why them sisters in Boston didn't say that? Why them ladies in Boston didn't say that? Why them young ladies in the mid-20s didn't say that? Because they know it's listen, I'm not heavy set like you are, dude. That's just projecting. You projecting your life on me. You mad that I'm winning. And everybody, he says I'm not living in a mansion. He says that I live in a house. I listen, me and Brainwave show you the receipts. If you got 6 or more rooms, you technically in a mansion, even if it's a mini mansion. I live in a mansion, dude. Everybody knows this. You the one who live in a small house. I live in a mini mansion, dude. What are you talking about? I just coming from a presidential suite. Like I'm in a presidential suite. You know what I'm saying? The heck these people talking about, man? That's that. There you go. Yeah, it was written. That now you get it off of P77. There you go. I'm glad now you get it. Now you get it. Let me put that on the board. Let me put Forever Studios. People don't feel bad for you respectfully. People respect real. Exactly. And then off of Peace, Rollo, it's not the grown-ups, it's the children that will do their mother and father sin, but it was written. Yeah, it was written for the sinners. It's not written for the righteous people. It was written for the sinners who want, if you want to sin, that's going to be a repercussion. And then your children are going to unalive you. The children's not going to unalive a righteous mother and a righteous father. They're going to unalive those who sinning. The Most High going to put it in them to get rid of the sin. Yes, the Bible says honor your father and your mother. Let's get to that. It says honor your father and your mother and your days will be long. That's true. Are we supposed to honor those who leave you in sin? That's a question you have to ask. Anyway, there's no greed of being in session 8. There's no greed in being on food stamps. People love sin. I don't listen. Keystone, people love sin. They support sin. They will give money to sinners. They won't give. This is why a lot of people are going to be in captivity again, because they have given themselves over to sin. That's why they're in bondage now. And they upset with me. They thought because I don't get the support I'm supposed to get. Let me tell you something. One thing about me is that none of you is going to stop me from going where I'm supposed to go. I just move smartly of how I do what I need to do. And I'm not disrespecting those who support me. And I'm not disrespecting those who have supported me from the past. Right? I'm not disrespecting them. Everybody goes through a change. I get that part. What I'm saying is that when you see the person is doing what they're supposed to do and you have it and you're not willing to support, don't get mad if they don't put you on. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. A lot of people, when they saw me in New York, it was all good just a week ago. Ever since I've been back to Florida, ever since I've been to different places, you got all these people who have a lot of negative things to say about me. I just be laughing. You could call me heavy set, you could call me this, you could call me that. Yeah, at the end of the day, my pockets ain't empty. You know why? Because I'm moving in truth. And whatever wrong there I did, I deal with it with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. A lot of you, a lot of you men are afraid of the moment. That's why you think the Most High chosen me to go far in life? You think the Most High gonna have me have children with just any woman? And guys, if you ask Forever Studio and Daryl, they heard what women say about me, said to me behind the scenes. Forever Studio will tell you. He heard how women were speaking to me behind the scenes. Forever Studio, Zach heard it, Daryl heard it. When I talk up on the phone, the women will approach me. They be saying some things. The brothers be like, Dad, did she just said that? Ask Forever Studio in the chat. He'll tell you. He be like, yep, yep, yep. Every time I mostly talk to Rollo and I hear the woman in the background, they be saying some things, and he be like, he be quiet. He be like, Dad, they really said that? Yeah, they said that to me. And I know they take it, and I know they got a man on the side, and they be telling me some things. I'm saying to myself, they want that other Rollo to come out. You'd be surprised the ladies want that Rollo, that Rollo to put it on them. They want me to put it on them. I'm not gonna do that. Because for one, that's committing adultery. And for two, I'm not gonna get caught in your sin. Forever Studio will tell you. He hears it all the time. So all you jokers out here thinking that women don't want me, I be laughing at y'all, man. I be laughing. I just choose not to deal with certain women or deal with women in particular. I made that decision. The women don't make the decision for me. I made the decision. You guys need validation. I don't. I just pointing a point out, man. You could even ask Brainwaves. He'll tell you he was on the phone with me a few times. He heard the ladies in the background, just like with him. I hear the ladies talking to him in the background. How the ladies be talking to him in the background. They be talking fresh to Brainwaves behind the scenes. They be talking fresh. So all y'all be hating on Brainwaves? Y'all better think again. Oh, man. You said my family chooses the world. I choose the Most High over everything. The Most High said the meek shall inherit the earth. So we are of the world, be not of their world. See, let me explain something to you all for P777. We ought to be of the world, be not of the Satan's world. We are the world. We are the planet. So when I say that scripture, we're not supposed to be of the sin of the world. That doesn't mean we can't be of the world. You get what I'm saying? The Most High has good and evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. The Most High put a good world and the evil world. The majority of the people choose the evil world. That's why we see evil things happening to people. For the most part, sin will leave you in bondage. So we of the world, be not of their world, be not of Satan's world. So if your family chosen Satan's world, I will agree with that. The Most High gave us a world too. You know? As long as you have a home, food, shelter, Everything else will be added on to you, like the Bible says. And that's what's going on with me, and that should be going on with many of you. Get rid of those sinners out of your life. I'm gonna play a clip where Anton said. We're gonna play a clip of what Anton said. Let me play a clip what Anton said. Very, very important. And then I'm gonna turn on my phone and see who supported the stream. Give me 1 second. I'm turning on my other phone right now. Give me 1 second, y'all. It's taking a little bit longer. Okay, here we go. All right, without further ado, I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit and let y'all hear it. All right, here we go.
People want to get out of bed and they want to have some sex and they want other people to like them and they want a nice car.
People want to get out of debt, then they want to have sex. What he's saying is that I told you, men that's making moves ain't thinking about sex. They'll do it after they get everything situated. That's when they're going to have sex with the woman that they deem on point. They're not going to just have sex with just any woman. When you start getting to a point that you are selling in life, then you're going to think about getting it on with a woman. It's backwards in society. Guys were told, have sex with a lot of women and don't provide for them. That's sin. When you have intercourse with a woman, you have to provide services for her. It is what it is. Let's go back a little bit.
I'm just trying to figure it out. People are you know why people lash out at me so much? You know why people lash out at me so much? Because it's their own insecurities and they having their own problems.
Uh-oh.
That's when they start saying stuff like, true wealth is making it heaven. I got news for you. Some of the people that God loved the most was incredibly successful.
Yep.
God preaches against poverty. He preaches against being poor. He says the meek shall inherit the earth. Not.
Rewind it back again. For the people back in the bus, listen.
They are terrified of layoffs and not having enough money when they retire, or when a lot of people are doing the you know what, I'm just not gonna think about it. You know what? Hopefully my kids is taking care of me when hopefully I'll be okay. Man, maybe I'll hit the lottery one day. Most people is just trying to figure it the fuck out.
Yep.
Real talk. Most people just trying to figure it out.
Yep.
People are you know why people lash out at me so much?
Listen.
You know why people lash out at me so much? Because it's their own insecurities and they having their own problems. That's when they start saying stuff like, true wealth is making it heaven. I got news for you. Some of the people that God loved the most was incredibly successful. God preaches against poverty. He preaches against being poor. He says the meek shall inherit the earth, not poor people. Not poor people. God advocates for people to be successful. He talks about talents. He talks about nurturing. He talks about leveraging whatever it is that you have in order to make the most of it, to be as productive as possible. That's what it is. Most people then say, or they use it as an excuse, because it doesn't mean that you shouldn't still love God, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that you have to subject yourself to the devil and his ways because you don't have no choice. Whenever you have to do something, when you have to do something and you don't have no other fucking choice, that's slavery.
Woo! I mean, yeah, he watches my channel. He watches my channel. He watches Ringo's channel, and he definitely, if he doesn't know about Brainwaves, because he's seen me on Brainwaves or Brainwaves been on my platform, he listens to what we say. The point is, Forever Studio, he knows the book though. He knows the book very well. He does. He's learning. We all learn from each other. The most important thing is that we all learning from each other. I can't take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? He watches. Of course he watches. The point I'm trying to bring out is that a lot of people that y'all least expect watching me is watching me. You don't have to give me credit. I'm not looking for credit. I'm just looking for y'all to see, my listeners to see that people are getting the message, for you to get the message. It's not for everybody that watches my platform. I'm fully aware of that. It's only for those who the Most High sees is ready. Let's go.
You could frame it however you want to frame it. You could say, oh man, most of us just need to be regular. You can keep telling other people what they should do with their money because you ain't got nothing to manage on your own. You can do all of that when you want to. Ultimately, slavery is having no choices, no future. You're going to work till you die. And if you don't, you're going to be living on the street and you don't have any other choice to be forced to do something that you don't want to do and don't have no choice in doing it. And all you have to look forward to is doing that. That's what slavery is.
That's a fact. Oh, man, that's a fact. Oh, I be telling y'all, man, all most of you do is work and go home. You don't do anything else. That's what basically he's saying. Oh, my goodness. Wow, he's listening. He's listening. He's saying what I'm saying. I told y'all. Most of you, all you know is work and go home. You don't travel. You don't go to any place in your environment. You don't go to another state, and you have not been out the country in a long time. Oh, my goodness. Man, he's cooking. Y'all don't want to listen to me, so I'm going to let the other people that's very successful tell you themselves. Since y'all say I don't hang around successful people, right? Since y'all say I don't have successful people listening to my conversation, let's continue.
It's a mindset before it actually manifests itself into something physical. Most people, the American dream is to get out of debt. If they can get out of credit card debt, they would be absolutely 100% ecstatic.
That's a fact. Woo! I've been teaching y'all get out of debt. Get out of these debt relationships. Get out of these debt economies. Get out of these debt, moments. Ooh. Oh, man, let's go.
100% ecstatic. People hate having to pay that mortgage every month. They hate that credit card. You know what people hate most? Student loans. Student loans. People hate student loans. That's why they keep asking for forgiveness. What do you mean? What do you mean forgiveness? You know what the meaning of forgiveness is?
They're not the Most High say pay Caesar what you owe Caesar. I'm going to get on this other content creator when I get home because he had an issue. I'm not going to mention his name. I'm going to let him know respectfully, dude, you owe Caesar what you owe Caesar. I have to pay what I owe Caesar. That's in the Bible. We have to pay what we're supposed to pay to the IRS and to whoever. It is what it is. Whatever I'm supposed to pay, I'm not going to argue with these people. You got people arguing with the IRS. Until the Most High remove the IRS, you got to pay what you owe. It is what it is. That's why I put money to the side as much as possible and try not to touch it. Because at the end of the year, I may owe next year. If the Lord says I owe whatever I owe. I'm not going to argue with these people, man. I got a life, man. That's that poor talk. Oh man, I gotta pay this. I got, man, just pay and shut the hell up. Pay Caesar, and so Caesar don't be on your back, man. Golly. It's like y'all people want Caesar on your back. You want the entity on your back. Give that demon whatever you owe him so you can move on with your life, man. Let's go.
It doesn't mean that you don't have to be responsible for what you did. Listen, if you murder somebody, the person that family that you murdered, they can forgive you, but you still got to go to jail. Yeah, I forgive you for not paying your student loans or forcing taxpayers not to get their money back, but I'm gonna need you to get it up to speed, get up to snuff. Don't mean you still don't have to pay your student loans. I forgive you for being late, but it don't mean that you don't have to pay your student loans. People want to get out of debt and they want to have some sex. And they want other people to like them and they want a nice car.
He talking about me, Anton. Now you talking about me. Anton talking about me. I'm not in debt, Anton. That's for one. I don't know where you're getting that from. I'm in debt. Now, now the car situation, let me say this. That's the only thing they know that's holding me back. Even he knows that. Anton knows that. Once I get the cars to wrap, y'all, think about this, Forever Studio, all for P77. Mrs. Marilyn and Mrs. All for P777, Mrs. Marilyn, all of you ladies and fellas tuning in, Robert the Great, Keystone. Ain't nothing else holding me back. Once I get the vehicle and I get around the right people to get the vehicle, I'm gone. I'm already close to being a million. They know that. Anton knows that. Now, Anton slip and talk about sex. Why did Anton talk about sex? Because he know a lot of women want to have sex with me. Anton knows that some of the women in his circle want to have sex with me. Oh, somebody going to relay the message back to him. He going to deny it. There's women in his side of the town that watch my channel in the clouds. They're like, "Ooh, I want to get Rollo. He don't got a vehicle though yet. Because he don't got a vehicle, I'm not going to give him this cookie." There's a lot of women who want to have sex with me, Forever Studio. Robert the Great. Ladies. There's a lot of women who want to have sex with me right now. They just know that. They just know I don't have a car. Even the ladies where I work at know I don't have a car. If I had a car, I would be in trouble, man. I think that's why the Most High has made me not get it. You know what? I got my answer. Because if you think about it, other people, what's the percentage of people getting denied? What's the other people? It's very rare people get denied. Every time I went to the dealership, there was people that never worked, got a car. If I get a car, the women after me. It makes sense why I don't got the car now. Because the women are going to throw themselves at me like no tomorrow. I know what the F I'm talking about. Anton exposed it. He's not supposed to say that. He don't think I'm watching his video. Sometimes you have to watch a video and listen and really listen. You listening, but you're not really listening. You're not paying attention to what I'm saying. You don't think Anton, Nino Brown, and these other guys don't know other women want me badly on the internet? Y'all have no clue, man. There's women waiting for me to get that car. If they find out I got a car, bro, I will have so many women coming after me like no tomorrow. The guys know that. These guys are successful. There's a lot of women want to have sex with me, y'all, man. This is crazy. What the? That's why I told you I don't have no issues with women. I just want to get my vehicle. How many times I told you I'm focusing on my vehicle? I ain't thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? No, it's no affliction. No, all for peace. No, it's no affliction. The Most High's protecting me. If I had a car in 2023, I would have had probably 4 or 5 kids right now. And I would not be a millionaire. In order for me to be a millionaire, there's some things that's got to be removed. And what the Most High is doing is when I get the car, he's removing people that's trying to y'all don't understand what's going on with me. The Most High is protecting me. That vehicle is it's oh my God. Oh man, I got my answer. I got to talk to Forever Studios behind the scenes, talk to certain brothers behind the scenes, what's going on. I got my answer. Anton, thank you for exposing that. They're going to get upset with Anton. The Most High gave me the download from Anton. Oh, yo, it's so many women want to get me. That's why I didn't get the car yet. That's why I didn't get the car. So the Houdini situation is supposed to have happened. So me giving old girl 1,000, if I would have had the car when I came down here, ooh, I would have been oh my goodness. Yo, I would have been in trouble with it would have been all types of women coming at me, and they would have took no for an answer. Oh man, remember, that's why the Most High said, no, you're not ready. You're not listening. I gotta show you. Anton exposed it. I'm being watched by a lot of women, y'all, that I don't even know about, that's coming from different dudes' channel, man. This is crazy. Oh, snap. That's why the women been quiet. Think about it. Why is it that when I talk to the ladies in Boston, they might even know about it? They after me, man. They know I'm about to get the millionaire. They know it. And they like, if he get that car, we're coming after him. One of you brothers was correct, man. That's why the Most High didn't let me get a car. It makes sense now. And it's like the women are waiting. They know when I get that car, they coming after me. Oh, they come. Oh, they gonna send all types of women my way. Oh man. They like, Anton, you should have took that video down. Anton, thank you for keeping the video up. Let's listen to it again. Wow. Sometimes certain things you want, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. I get a car. I'm not no ordinary dude. I'm not no regular dude. That's why some of you brothers that got cars, yo, let me tell you one story. I'm going to tell you this one story. When I had a car in New York, I had 3 cars in New York. I had a Toyota, I had a Nissan, and I had when I had my business, I had a Toyota Camry, I had a Nissan, and I had a Honda car, a Honda. I had 3 cars, right? Paid off. Of course, I gave those cars away once I gave my business to the Ecuadorian guy, right? You know how many Latin women was after me? How many sisters were after me at these events? When the manager, I let him take time off, or I had to let go of certain people because they was trying to mess up my money. When I came in, oh my goodness, it was this Indian lady. Her dad is like the captain of the traffic officer in Queens. I had a French woman who was into me. I had a sister that had a business in Jamaica, Queens. Her dad was a detective, a high-known detective cop. They would all try to get me. They was trying to get me. They was taking care of me, and I was taking care of the workers. They was trying to do they was making moves. One was married. And I said, I can't do nothing with you. She said, why not? I'll leave my husband for you right now. Yep. Woo, man. I would have been in trouble on the end. Yo, Anton, thank you for thank the Most High for using you, because you watch my video, you know what's going on. You told the truth. You know the woman gonna be upset with you, Anton Daniels. Ooh. Yo, because think about it. I'm in Miami. Anton go to Miami. Corey goes to Miami. Remember that, y'all? When I first went to Miami, Anton knew I was going to Miami. He goes to Miami. And then Corey goes to Miami. Y'all remember that? It's all making sense right now. And then Anton with his wife. Corey bring the woman from Vegas. You don't think the woman from Miss Vegas that Corey knows watch my channel? Oh, man. I'm you ladies is trying to get me. I knew it. I knew the trick. Now the Most High is exposing it.
Tired of waiting for payday?
Hold on. Let me calm this down. I'm in trouble.
What do you mean forgiveness? You know what the meaning of forgiveness is? It doesn't mean that you don't have to be responsible for what you did. Listen, if you murder somebody, the person family that you murdered, they can forgive you, but you still got to go to jail. Yeah, I forgive you for not paying your student loans or forcing taxpayers not to get their money back, but I'm gonna need you to get it up to speed, get up to snuff. Don't mean you still don't have to pay your student loans. I forgive you for being late, but it don't mean that you don't have to pay your student loans. People want to get out of debt, and they want to have some sex, and they want other people to like them, and they want a nice car.
Yo, Anton. Yo, I know he was speaking to me in that apartment. Bro, I told you I'm not dealing with no woman like that right now. They know that. You don't think these guys know that? They like, yo, Rollo ain't dealing with no woman. The women want to get me. They want to get me in that car. Oh, they wanted to get, because they thinking, oh, if I could get in that car with Rollo, I got him. It's something about me in the car. I told you this. Let me tell you the story. When I was dealing with my exes, or ladies in particular, when they was in the car, I'm going to tell you the truth, man. I pick up this married woman, right? She worked for me in the valet service. I pick her up. Her husband, paid me to pick her up so she could work for me, right? I did what I was supposed to do. If y'all knew what she was doing in that car, I said, oh my goodness. And I'm telling you, she was laying, you know how a woman lay down? She was laying down. She had her legs open. Oh man, she was trying to get me to focus on her. Do you understand me? She was being fresh. I don't even think I could be a Lyft or Uber driver. I don't even think so, man. And you know what? I thought about it too. And then I'm looking at what Anton said. I can't even be a Lyft and Uber. Oh, no, not me. Oh, I would be in trouble. Especially in Florida? What? Take the what? Eat the what? If I pick up any of these ladies out here, ooh, man, they will be like, oh, so you're the guy that's picking me up. They'll give me a nice tip. I will be in trouble. It's kind of like that brother who got with old girl that's on OF. That Latino down there in Miami. She was looking for him. He picked her up and she took him to the bus thing they got going on in Miami. You know, Charleston White was on there too with her. She picked up the Uber Lyft guy, and she wanted to have SEX with him. Yo, this man, this is deep, man. This is deep. This is deep. No, yo, the women they want to do something with me in the field cool. That it's a turn on for them. Hold on a second. Let me see something. Hold on, my phone is ringing, y'all. Hold on. Y'all support the Cash App. Support the show, y'all. I've been on for about an hour and 10 minutes. Support the show. Support the show, fellas. What's going on? Why nobody hitting the Cash App? Why nobody hitting the Cash App? I can't believe it. I'm spitting some information. Shout out to Forever Studio supporting the Cash App yesterday. I'm talking about this is deep. I'm explaining the information publicly. Do you know that I'm getting myself into trouble by doing this? Somebody hit the Cash App. One of y'all hit the Cash App, man. Come on, man. Oh, you want to see me get caught. So now I know the narrative why I've been rejected of getting a car. The Most High knew that the women were coming after me. The entities, they was going to try to get me in bondage with some woman. They have, there's a lot of women want to have. This is crazy. There's a lot of women want to have sex with me. I told y'all, man, y'all be thinking I be capping about my stuff, man. No, I don't. I want to have a peaceful life, man. I want to have a peaceful life, make money, have a lady, have some kids. We making moves, man. I can't be dealing with just any woman, man, because they ain't going to know what to do with me. I'm not that type. I'm not a regular dude, man. I can't just be laying pipe with just any woman. Look what old girl did to me last year. Lied on me. I can't do what you regular dudes do. I can't just have sex with just any woman. Keystone, I want you to come on. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you to come on. Do you have time to come on? Keystone, I'm going to have Keystone as a witness because he was there in Pennsylvania. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to let him and I'll have this conversation. Let me put the link for a Keystone right now. I'm going to, how can I do it? Okay. Lloyd, I'm going to just put it in the chat. Keystone, make sure you show yourself. Make sure you show yourself. I know it's you coming on, all right? Let me do this real quick. I want Keystone to come on for this. All right, the link is there now. That's for Keystone only. Make sure you show yourself on camera, and then you can turn off the camera. I want to make sure it's you. Oh, man. We're going to talk about the Pennsylvania situation real quick. Okay.
Bluetooth.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. Okay, cool. Can you hear me pretty clear? Because I was about to turn my Bluetooth off. Yes. So, people, this is what I'm going to talk about with you. I was
Can you
full
hear
bear
me?
witness with
Hold on.
every. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so remember when it was me, you, Green Machine, Naima, and her friends? Remember when me and the P, we did the handshake P, right? Remember that?
right.
Okay, so you witnessed how Naima and her homegirls, did not her homegirls gave me massages in front of y'all?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Did
God's
they
my
not?
witness. You know, this is in my hometown. You know what I mean? What I've been done all my dirt with women and all that. Yes, I have seen it.
So when it happened, did not the whole place stop doing what they was doing when I came in?
Yup. And everybody kind of disappeared and left. They kicked everybody out. Because usually that place closes 2 in the morning.
So what basically Keystone is saying, when I came, the men never had a chance with any of the women because I was there. That's what he's saying.
Pretty
Even
much.
Keystone and Green Machine respectfully didn't have a chance when I was there. Even they could get women. Let me just say this. When I come in town, the women ain't thinking about none of you dudes. Keystone telling you this right now. He saw it. Did I stress the women out there?
Pretty much. And I'm gonna let you know something.
No. Listen to what I'm saying before you say pretty much. Did I kiss any woman's behind?
No.
Go ahead.
None at all. And pretty much it was a situation too. If you forced the women on you, the pimps would have probably got you tied up. You know, you would have been in some cats. Other cats would have been in some crap. You know what I mean? It wouldn't end well for them. I'm telling you the honest truth. What goes down, especially in my city and stuff like that. You hear the deaths are happening to other people. You know what I'm saying? So it can get you into some stuff.
Why not?
But it didn't happen here.
Why did the goons had enough respect for me with the women? Can you explain that?
I can explain that. You was already a former pimp. You know, already was a former ex person that was already into stuff back in the day, and they know this, and they probably know who some of your family is too. You know what I mean? You already had ties down here from back in the day in the early 2000s when they chased the pimps out, when the Muslims chased the pimps out of the city. You know what I mean? To take the women back. I could go deep now because at the time I couldn't talk about this deeply because I was on the chop and I was with him on the chopping block at that time. You know, when I brought him, I was on the chopping block.
I shut the whole. What did not even a police officer lady wanted me? See, Keystone forgot about that part. The police officer woman wanted me, right?
Right. It does surprise me because I had you and my other homie. Y'all both Jamaican men, and y'all both know how to shut things down. So I had him right there. Now he wasn't with me, but my other homie who lives down there. I seen what the action is all about, and I could talk about this because I've been around it. You know what I mean? I mean, there was times I would shut things down to myself, but lately when I got on that chopping block, that messed me all up when things happened. So we have a younger generation that's doing it, and they doing it well. And what's happening is y'all guys just can't go for anything around these cats at all. You know what I mean?
See
you
the
can't.
thing about see the whole thing about this whole situation, y'all, is when you are a man of man, listen, what Keystone's saying is if the ladies get their chance to do something with me nasty, they would. I just don't do that because I don't move like that. The Rollo back in the days, bro, I took drug dealers money. You hear me? I took drug dealers money. I'm talking about kingpins. I took
you did that? Wow.
Yeah.
Let me let you something. I used to do the same thing
Did you
too when
just
I
see
was
me
younger.
get the handshake with the P in person? You saw that. This
Yeah, I
woman
saw
was
that.
checking me
Yeah,
out. This
yeah.
woman was checking me out on the track.
And I've been. He's not the only pimp guy. I've been around pimps and players, and I was
But
used to be a player myself.
we're gonna say peace respectfully.
I
Let's
mean,
say whatever.
I've been around these type of people. My dad was in that type of stuff. You know what
And
I'm saying?
they heavy into politicians too. They have
Which
ties
eh?
to the politicians. The
Oh
politicians.
yeah, they had ties to City
They bring
Hall.
women to the politicians. They bring women to the.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm not living that lifestyle no more. The thing is that I was one of those guys. That's how I know women more than you average dudes. You regular dudes don't know about women like I do. With all due respect to you regular dudes, you're not on my frequency.
No, you're
even
not.
players. Like Keystone was a player. He was not a P. P's have more say about women than you average dudes or you players, you regular dudes. You're not on our frequency. You're not. Like Solomon was a P until he sinned. Like there's certain men in this world, they just know women from head to toe. You players, you regular dudes, you only know a tenth of a woman. You don't know 100% of her. I be telling these women about themselves so much. I'm so much of an investigator, man, that dudes pay me to investigate their women. Dudes,
Damn.
hey man, yo, see if my woman is faithful. I'll give you about a stat. Hell yeah, dudes will pay me to see if their woman will cheat. I'm the guy you want me to be your best friend. You don't want to turn against me. Oh, Keystone, what happens when people turn against me?
Shit! Their life gets turned upside down. You know what I mean? Let's just put it this way, though. Like New Jack City, I'm gonna tell you, like that white boy that was on the bridge, and Nino Brown hung up and dropped him into the water. Do y'all want that result?
I ain't doing all that. I'm not.
I ain't doing that. I'm just saying for a sample. That's how your life can get turned upside down subliminally without him even touching.
Hey,
You can end up
confirmed. Brainwaves coming in the chat for confirmation. He was too. Hey, Brainwaves. Hey, Brainwaves. I want Brainwaves to confirm it. Was it IP? Based on how I move, Brainwaves, was it IP? Brainwaves will tell you he knows when to take to no one. Matter of fact,
exactly.
Me and Brainwaves did the handshake. Y'all didn't realize that, right? We did the handshake. People don't know about what P
I knew a pimp down in Atlanta I used to hang out with. I saw him do what he does. You know what I mean? And this dude was from Delaware, and he was down there since '93. I don't know he's still living or not.
Bro. Keystone, you're a respectful player. I'll give you that. But when you a P, that's elite, bro.
I know.
And the thing about it is the Most High allowed me to learn about women at an early age. I learned about women since I was 5 years old, bro. Most dudes don't know about a woman till they 50 years old on average. Let me tell yo, no cap. The average dude don't know about a woman till he's 50 years old. Women know this. That's why women can't say nothing to me. Yo, you seen how I had them ladies in the pool moving? Yo, whenever you seen women be feminine like that, not and they don't know you like women on average don't be feminine to you like that. I had these women forget about the
They were real affectionate. They were touching all over you and everything.
Keystone, I got.
Let me ask you a question.
Hold on, Keystone. The women I met at the pool, I made them forget about their late flight. They changed their flight for another couple of days because I'm down here. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say this, like in Atlanta, too. Whoops, there it is. Oh man, and stuff like that.
Even Brainwaves know I was one. because he's seen how I talk to women in real time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play. Like, you can't come halfway to meet me. Ain't no halfway. Listen, you fellas be letting women halfway come see you. They gotta come 100% with me or get the hell out of my place. Real talk. But brainwaves, I found out. Brainwaves, I found out why I didn't get the car. Anton exposed it. Yo, brainwaves. The Most High didn't let me get the car because a lot of women want to have sex with me, fam. No cap. Yo, there's a lot of women on the internet that want to have intercourse with me right now. And the Most High know it. If I get the car, the women's going to flood my goddamn messages. And I can't have that right now. That's why I didn't get the car yet. Most High protected me.
You know what they want you to do? Know what they want you to do? Play surrender and nuts.
The women's want to do something. You can't be no living Uber driver. Hell no. Because I'm going to be honest with you. My thoughts, it's not the Lord's though. The Lord is like, dude, you just got out of the situation last year. You don't think these women ain't trying to get you? You in Florida. You left the northern states. And guess who's coming to see? Guess who? They bring it down here. Wherever I'm at. The women from the north.
Oh, man.
Them women is from Boston. Come on, man. That's a test. Oh, Rollo, we're going to bring some northern women down there. You don't think the women's from Detroit trying to holler at me? LA? Man, bro. Them women's in the north.
I already been there and done that, man. You know what's funny, too? They want you to play surrender and nuts. That's what they want you to do. That's what they want you to do. Surrender and nuts. Oh, man. Oh, man.
You know what's going to happen, right? Now the ladies...
I already know, man. Already know.
Trying to figure out these dudes and these suckers, and these ladies going to try to figure another plan how to get me, because Anton done told the truth about me. You know, about I'm gonna get a nice car. How you know I'm gonna get a nice car? Anton, how you know? I told you.
Oh, man. Surrender them balls, testicles, and nuts. That's what they want you to do, the ladies.
Bro, they want me to be listen, they want me to be the Black Hugh Hefner. Remember what old girl said?
Yeah.
Listen, the sister said respectfully, you like the Michael Phelps of swimming. Why would she say that? Because we know Michael Phelps, the so-called white guy, is the best swimmer of all time. Remember I said to her in the video?
Yeah.
Who you talking to? She said Michael Phelps. I was like, oh, so she one of those type of ladies. She know how to talk to me. Most women don't know how to talk to me. She knew to play. She said, I gotta get this guy's attention. Man, you make the woman talk to you first. And that's what she did. And she challenged me. I said, oh, you said I can't swim? She said, I'm Michael Phelps. But you know what that means in reverse? I know what you are in that bedroom. That's what you was trying to get me.
Whoa! Oh! What? Whoa!
I told you, swimming is like sex to women, y'all. Swimming is like sex to women. But a lot of you don't want to hear that though. But anyway, hey Keystone, I gotta get going. You know who they can find those answers from? Know who they can find those? Know who they can find them answers from? They can ask Casey Ventura. Ringo to have mentioned how she loves it. Whoa! I got turned on when I was hearing about how she wanted to be in the freak offs and all that. That joint was crazy, you know? Mm-hmm. With Casey Ventura, you know? That proves your point right there, you know? Mm-hmm. I appreciate you coming on, man. Made it more fun, man. Quickly, I got to get going. I got some things to take care of, man. I got some. Oh,
they gonna be going. You better. I advise you to put a fucking put a shield over your nuts. They're gonna be coming after them today.
Pause, man. Pause, man. Yeah, dude. You're talking too much. Pause, man. All right, man. Appreciate you coming on, man.
All right,
Appreciate your
peace.
support. All right, peace. Yo, man. Yo, I'm gonna get on out of here, y'all. Yo, support the show, y'all. Really appreciate y'all, man, for coming through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna get on out of here because the streets about to get hot where I'm at and stuff like that, man. So, hey, I catch you on the next one. If you support the Cash App, I'll shout you on the next video. If you support the Venmo, I'll shout you on the next video, or hit the super thanks or whatever the case may be. I see y'all later on. I'll holler at y'all soon.